Yes, we are live. Finally, we are live. We are live. We are so sorry for the inconvenience. I think there was an issue with the first link, so we had to quickly, get on with another link. So I welcome all of you. My name is Ekia Safo, and this is the Pick Parent Academy Wednesday live. Due to some, one or two things, we had to reschedule to today. And no matter what, we will still have our webinar, it's on Wednesdays, but no matter what, life can happen. So when anything, if because of any reason we are unable to bring you our live sessions on Wednesday, then on Thursday we are definitely going to have that session. So I welcome all of you. If you can hear me and if you can see me, kindly do drop a comment in the comment section so that I know that you can hear me. So today we are going to talk about how to experience a peaceful, pressure-free Christmas. How to experience a peaceful, pressure-free Christmas. Christmas is meant to be joyful. It's meant to be, peaceful. But most parents, most families during this season, they find themselves, doing a whole lot of things. It's just the opposite. They experience the opposite of what the season is actually meant to be. And can you give me a moment? Let me check on something. A moment, please. All right, thank you. So, Christmas, as I said, Christmas is supposed to be a time where, we are happy, we are connecting with people, with our families, with everyone. It's meant to be joyful. But during this season, what I have realized is that during this season, most people are stressed out. Most people are, like they are everywhere. They don't even have the time to sit to rest. Most people get overwhelmed during the Christmas holiday. And the purpose for this webinar is to help you recognize, the habits that really create this stress and how you can replace them with choices that will produce peace, choices that will produce connection, and choices that will make you enjoy the season. This is the reason why we are having this webinar. So yes, I welcome you here. Kindly drop a comment in the comment section so that I know where you are joining us from. So yes, today we are talking about how to experience a peaceful, pressure-free Christmas. And as I said, during this season, most of us are overwhelmed. Most of us are everywhere, but that is not what this season is meant for. So I'm going to actually give you the mistakes, the common mistakes that we make that actually makes this Christmas or these holidays. We don't enjoy these holidays so much. Like especially women, we find ourselves doing a whole lot, and then at the end of the day, we are just tired. We are just tired. So I'm going to give you common mistakes that we make during Christmas. The first thing is that we don't plan. We don't plan. There is no planning. Many parents wait until the last minute before they start, shopping, before they start getting their meals together, everything that they have to get. Most parents, I remember when we were kids, okay, there was this woman who would wait until everything, until it's getting closer to Christmas. Then I'll see her, going to the market, like rushing all her Christmas experience was all about rushing. She never had the time to rest. It was always like she was always busy. I could very well remember. And so I was like, why? Why is it that when it gets to this season, this particular woman is everywhere? And I know this issue is common in most of our homes. Like most people wait, last minute pressure. That is where we are here, we are there, doing all sort of things. So we don't plan. Without a plan, everything feels urgent, and urgency breeds stress. And stress also steals your joy away. So you need to plan ahead. Everything for tribers, we shared with them, a planner. We have created a planner where it's so detailed. It's going to help you plan. It's going to help you plan the season. So we gave that to tribers yesterday, and they are working on it so that they will not have a stressful, Christmas. And that is what we need to do. Let's plan ahead. Always planning ahead is very, very important. Peace doesn't happen by accident. It doesn't happen by accident, but it happens, because you planned for it. Peace doesn't happen by accident. It happens because you have been able to plan for it. So let's plan for the season ahead. Let's go to the common mistake number 2 that we make. If you are joining here, I welcome you now. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button, and then we can just move on. So, and also remember that you can share this link with other parents so that they can also watch. And I know that someone is going to be blessed from it. Okay. So I see Mame from Koforidia. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. And I welcome you to our class today. So as I was saying, let's talk about mistake number 2. Mistake number 2 is that we try to do too much. During the Christmas, we do too much. Like people, pack their schedules with events, visits, parties, unnecessary events that we attend. I always say that, see, up to this time, okay, if at this time someone hasn't invited you to their program, you have no business going or attending. Yes, because you are planning at this time, you should be able to plan what you are going to do with your family, the places you are going to visit, the family members you are going to visit, the programs you'll be attending, so that wait, and when it's Christmas, you are here, you have to attend. There are people who they attend like 5 programs just in a few days, and you see them with all those 5 programs too. They will buy new attire for them. So imagine the stress that will come on you. So if you don't go, I always tell myself that, see, I am a parent and I have a toddler. There are some events, no matter what you do, I can't be there. In my season of life, I will not be able to attend that particular program. So you need to plan, you know who you are, your season of life. There are certain things you don't have any business attending. And that is what we need to know. That is what we need to take note of. Okay. So there are some events you don't have to commit yourself to, because overcommitting will lead to burnout. And the season becomes, a performance instead of something that you have to celebrate, because you think you have to be here, and you are afraid of what people will say. You are afraid that if I don't go to this person's event, they are going to sometimes you need to sit down, plan, and let them know, let the other person, you need to set boundaries. That is why boundary setting is very, very important. You need to let them know that if I should come to your event, these are my, you need to have invited me earlier so that I'll add to my plans. So this thing is something that we need to take note of. Don't just be anywhere. You don't need to be everywhere to be valued. No. Choose presence. Don't choose pressure. Very, very important. Take note of this. You don't need to be everywhere to be valued. You don't need to be. So the third common mistake that we make is overspending to impress other people. Oh my God. Overspending to impress other people. And this is what makes us, when we get to January, some people go to the extent of borrowing to spend Christmas holidays, borrowing to buy dresses for themselves and their kids, to go and fix their hair, to buy things that is not necessary. So when they get to January, then you see January is too long, like people will be crying here and there and all of that. No. Why do you have to impress other people by overspending, using money that you don't have to use to impress other people? So overspending is one of the major mistakes, because this season we want new dress, we want new shoes, new hair, new bag, everything new. Why? You have so much. There are some clothes you haven't even worn for so long. You can repeat them. There is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with that. And the other time I shared yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I shared on my status that, see, if you refuse to take responsibility for your life, you will become a liability. This quote was shared by Bishop David Oyedepo during his program. So if you fail to take responsibility for your life, you will become a liability. So you need to train up yourself and invest in yourself. That is what is most important. It's not about the clothes you're wearing. It's not about the hair, the shoes. No, that is not what gives you value. It is about how you invest in yourself. And sometimes I speak with parents and they tell me, this season we have to get new clothes. I said, look, so you're going to buy, some people will go and buy hair. That is, see, please don't get me wrong. If you have the money and if you can do it, it is absolutely okay. But if you don't have, don't stress yourself. Don't spend to impress other people. So ask yourself, one thing that I ask myself all the time is that, so I'll go and buy this thing to impress this particular person. Then the season is over. Then what happens? Nothing. Nothing. For all you know, that person is not even thinking about you. For all you know, that person hasn't even seen you. And here you are doing things to impress the other person. At the end of the day, who loses? Who is more pressured? It is you. It is you. So I want you to take note of this. This, overspending to impress other people is not necessary. When money becomes the center of Christmas, the meaning of it disappears, and overspending leads to regret. Overspending leads to regret. When it gets to January, that is where you see most people overwhelmed. They want the end of the month to come so that they can take their salary and pay their debts. So please get out of this stress. Get out of this stress. Make a list of the things that you think are important, the things that are not important. Even the things you may think are important may not even be important at that time in your season of life, and you need to take it out. Take it out. Don't try to impress other people. You are not going to get anything. Let people say what they will say. Let them say you are wearing this cloth, you've repeated this cloth, and so what? Let them say you have repeated this shoe, so what? It is not, at the end of the day, you are going to buy, hair worth like, let's say, 10,000 cedis, or some people, I know there are some human hair that are very, very expensive. You buy that hair and put it on a head that is empty. Like, you are not, I hope you get what I'm saying. You're going to buy that expensive hair and put it on your head. You haven't even read a book the whole year. You haven't read a book this month, and you're going to buy that expensive hair to put on your head. At the end of the day, you are losing. You will look nice, people will give you the compliments and all of that, but what value are you adding to yourself? What value are you adding to yourself? What investment are you making to yourself? So please, let us take note of this. This thing, I have seen it. I have been in a place where I saw people borrow money. I saw people go to shops, boutiques, to get clothes that they didn't pay for those clothes. They will get all the clothes, like check bag full, and then come and put it down. Where? Go places here and there. And then in January, they will be running because they don't have the money to pay for that. Why would you do that to yourself? So let's take note of that. The fourth mistake that we make is comparing Christmas to others, our Christmas to others. You see your neighbor, buy a cow, chicken and all of that, enjoying themselves. And you are just comparing, hey, I have to do this, or I have to also get this. I have to look at this person's home. It's so nice. They've decorated this place. And look at my home. You are just comparing yourself to other people. Social media highlights, all of that. You look at social media, you go, you see how people are, taking their family photo shoots and all of that. It's so on point. They are dressed well, and you are overwhelmed. And you are worried because you see other people, look all of that. The things that you wish for your family, you are not getting because you see look at your season of life. and know that seasons changes. If you understand times and seasons, you will never envy anyone. Sorry. If you understand times and seasons, you will never envy anyone because there is time for everything. So focus on your season. What is happening? Where are you in this time in your life? Can you afford to do this thing? If no, please forget about it and focus on what you can do. What do you have? What can you do with what you have? That is the most important thing. And don't commercialize it. Don't think that Christmas is about money. It's not about money. It's about the memories you create. The memories. Think, how can I make this enjoyable? You don't need to go and buy anything expensive to make the holidays, fun. You can create, think, create, search online. You can get activities that you can do with your kids. So don't just stay there and be comparing your journey with other people. Social media, you scroll on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. Wasting time comparing, and at the end of the day, you feel stressed. So comparison also produces pressure, guilt, and unnecessary expectations. Unnecessary expectations. So remember that your Christmas doesn't have to look like your friends, how your friend has, decorated their homes. That is not how your Christmas is supposed to look like. So look at your season, as I have said, and look at the things you have and what you can do with what you have. That is what is most important. Okay. The fifth mistake that we make is we forget our children's perspectives. We forget our children's perspectives. So as adults, we are always planning, looking at, important things that we need to get for our visitors, for these people. We forget our children. Some of us don't even put our children into consideration. We don't think this thing, is my child. How am I going to connect more with my child? How am I paying attention to my child? Some people even forget, like in some homes, I know there are other family members who visit, and you could see, something. Sometimes your child mingles with other children, and during this season is one time that a season where molestation, lots of kids are molested because parents don't pay attention to their kids. We forget about our children. We are always focusing on the big things, the family, how to prepare the meals. Someone can wake up at dawn and start preparing food till evening without any rest. Why? Why? The pressure is too much. And at the end of the day, the kids are molested. It's a whole lot of things goes on. So we need to be very, very intentional. Let's focus on our kids. As we are planning and all of that, let our children be at the center of everything, the things that we are doing. Let's not leave them. Some of us don't even check their rooms. They sleep with their cousins and other family members. And some parents don't even know what goes on. You don't know how that cousin has been raised. You don't know how that friend has been raised, and you don't know what can happen. That few minutes, that's that night that your child is spending with another child, a whole lot of things can happen. So please be vigilant. During this Christmas, be vigilant. Don't leave things to chance. If you leave things to chance, they will chance on you. And at the end of the day, you are going to regret. And I believe we don't want our Christmas to be full of regret. We want to have fun. We want to enjoy the season. So this is what we have to do. Okay, the sixth mistake that we make is we don't set boundaries. We don't set boundaries. I think I explained that earlier. We say yes to every invitation that comes. Yes, 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 yes to everything. Your friends call you that we have to go and shop, or I've seen this dress that we have to get. We don't know how to say no. I don't have the money because I have not planned for it. We just go for it. We follow everything. And at the end of the day, we are pressured at the end of the day. So let us set healthy boundaries. If you can't afford something, tell them, let them know that no, I can't do it because I didn't plan for it. You don't even need to explain yourself. You don't need to explain yourself to anyone. So just tell them no. Maybe some other time you can look at that, but now, no. If you're not ready, please don't force things on yourself. Don't force things on yourself. Learn to say no. Without boundaries, Christmas becomes, emotionally draining for some of us. And at the end of the day, you are exhausted. You are tired. You are tired. So every yes should serve your peace, not it shouldn't sabotage your peace. It should rather serve, everything you say yes to should be something that is adding meaning, should be something that is not bringing you stress. That is what I mean. So let's look at how we can actually experience a very peaceful, pressure-free Christmas. This is the main thing that we have gotten to. How can we experience a peaceful, pressure free Christmas? Now, the first thing is that we need to plan, okay? Plan ahead. Let's make it simple. The fact that you have to plan doesn't mean that you have to, plan for things that you can't even afford. No, you need to consider your budget, the money you have and all of that, what you have budgeted for the season, and then it will help you plan. So in our planner, the Christmas planner that we have, you can get that at 50 cedis only. If you are interested, if you want to have a very, very intentional holiday, you can get that planner, and it's going to help you. It's very, very detailed. It's going to help you plan ahead of the Christmas. So at the end of this session, if you are interested, you can just send me a DM, a message, or any of our numbers to get that planner. It's going to help you. So it's very detailed. You just need to plan on what you have to do and all of that. Don't leave anything to chance. Look at your the kind of food you are going to prepare. You need to plan for that, and it's all in the planner. The kind of attire you are going to wear, the activities you are going to play, everything, the places you are going to visit, everything. You need to just plan ahead. It's very important. Planning is very, very important. So this year, prioritize, you can prioritize like two main things, or three main things that you want to actually do, and then you do it. Simplicity is the birthplace of peace. Simplicity is the birthplace of peace. So make it simple. Don't, make it too much, something that will, at the end of the day, make you stressed out. No. And the second thing you can do is you need to create a budget. Create a budget for the season. And all these things that I'm talking about is in the planner. So it's going to help you plan very well. Decide what you can comfortably afford and stick to it. So avoid unplanned purchases. There are things that will just come and you just feel, I need this thing. You don't need it. It's just a want. You don't need it. You need to know the difference between needs and wants. You can do without your wants. Okay, so you may think that at that time you need it, but no, you don't really need it. You just want it. So get away with it, and then focus on what you have budgeted. What the money you have budgeted for, just focus and use that money. Don't go and do any miscellaneous. No. Please, just focus on what you have, the money that you have, budgeted for the season. And do you know that this is also a time where you can actually teach your children about finances, about budgeting, about everything? So everything you are doing this season, you need to do it with intentionality, because you are going to teach your children. For me, we have actually started the kind of things we are going to do, activities. We are still planning ahead of the season. So we will not just be there and then you will find yourself wanting. No, we are planning ahead. The kind of games we are going to play. We are going to do coloring by numbers. We are going to do diamond painting, play puzzles. We are going to actually have a competition in the home. These things can make that season very, very meaningful. You don't have to just stress yourself over things that you can't do. Okay, so take note of that. A peaceful Christmas begins with financial boundaries. Set financial boundaries. Very, very important. Okay, the next thing is you need to focus on connection, not perfection. Focus on connection, not perfection. Don't expect everything to be perfect. Your children and other family members may come, and all of that. They need focus on connecting with, people, not about you need to be perfect, you need to have this perfect way, like everything. If you do that, you just stress yourself. So you can plan for bonding activities, activities you can do to bring you together. I'm going to share more activities that we can do to connect more with our families during the season. Okay. You need to create simple traditions like maybe a storytelling night, a board game, cooking competition, those kind of things. See, plan, get the children involved and plan ahead for the season. It will make you like the stress, everything will calm down because you know how you want your Christmas or how you want your holidays to look like. So you are not just seated waiting for the time to come and then you are everywhere. No, you are planning ahead. Okay. You can during that time to you plan. If you don't have money to get a photographer, you can use your phone. One of you can be the photographer. And whilst whilst you are doing all of those things, what that person is taking pictures, so that you create some memories. It's very, very important. Very, very important. Connect. Very, very important. That is why in the inner tribe too, we give you all of these connection activities so that you can do with your kids. Because if you don't connect with them, that is also another topic for another time. So the next thing we need to do to make this Christmas pressure free is to protect our energies. Be selective on the kind of events you want to attend. Don't be everywhere. As I said, if they have already invited you, those that you have been invited, even with those, the ones you think will be stressful, please let the person know in a nice way that it will be too much for you. So you are sorry you can't make it. When you set boundaries, people really respect people who set boundaries. So people respect. Sometimes you may think that if I don't go, this person will say this person will be worried. No, they will understand you. And even if they go angry for the beginning, yes, but later they will understand you. And even if they go angry, it is something that you can't do. So why should you stress yourself? Okay, so please take note of that. Take note of that. You need to protect your boundaries. Set boundaries, protect your energy. Don't say no feeling guilty. No, don't say no. I know there are some people who want to always please other people, the people pleasing thing. Okay, you want to do things for other people to always feel happy. You don't think about yourself, and it's all boils down to trauma. When it gets to the month of trauma next year, we are going to talk deeper about that. Trauma is making us do things that we have no business doing, and we'll get there. So say no without guilt. Okay, say no without guilt. So the next thing you can do to make this Christmas, pressure free is plan quiet moments for yourself too, for yourself individually. Plan a time where you can have a quiet time, maybe in the mornings or in the evenings or in the afternoons. This is the time you are going to have for yourself to have a quiet time to help you think, about certain things about your life and all of that. It's very, very necessary. Some people don't take any rest at all during the season. And at the end of the day, they are just stressed. So it's important that we have that time. So you can set aside, let's say, 20 to 30 minutes or an hour to, you call it your quiet time. It's very, very important. Have that. And you can also keep, the next thing is keep expectations realistic. Keep expectations realistic. Don't don't do things that you think that you have to do everything perfectly. Like, be flexible with your plans. Sometimes some plans, you may have set some plans, but it can change a bit. So know when it's necessary to change some plans, and know where when it's necessary to keep that plan. It's very, very important. Now let's look at the activities we can do. The activities we can do during the holidays. What activities? Are you ready for the activities that you can do with your family? Are you ready? Let me see your comments in the comment section. Are you ready for the activities you can do with your families to make this a holiday very, very memorable? So one thing that you can do is to have a Christmas gratitude circle. Have a Christmas gratitude circle. So, you gather as a family. All these should be in your plan. It should be planned for. So when it gets there, this day is a day for gratitude. And then you gather around and then you share. everyone shares one thing that they are grateful for. So one thing that they are grateful for maybe the year or for the week or for the day, whatever thing, we can use that time as an opportunity to teach our kids about gratitude. Most of the time, we think that gratitude is only about, when things are going on well. No, it shouldn't be only that. Even when things go wrong, when things go the way you don't expect them to go, be grateful. Be grateful. So we need to teach our children about gratitude. And this time, this season can be, most of us think that most of us say that my child is my child is entitled. I have kids who are very, very entitled and all of that. It's because we don't teach them how to be grateful for even the small things. And I tell my kids, see, even if someone gives you a pin, at that point, you need to be grateful, because maybe if you didn't get that pin, you wouldn't be able to do what you wanted to do. So I teach them to be grateful, to be grateful. It's very, very important. You need to be grateful. So teach your kids intentionally how they need to express gratitude. And it's not about just saying thank you, thanks. That short, it's that thing. When I see that message, like thanks, like what is that? Teach your children to express gratitude well. Thank you so much for this thing. Okay, like let them teach them to even express gratitude with deeds, not just with words. So it's a time that you can use to also practice that. Let them see you practice, how to be grateful for people in your life, to some people who have been grateful to you, your pastors, your coaches, your mentors. Let them see you express gratitude to these people. It's very, very important. Okay. So one, they can also share, the things that they are looking forward to the next year and what they appreciate about each other in the family. So for their siblings, what they appreciate about each sibling, each of them express themselves, what they appreciate about you, the parent. So it's all about building emotional, connection. This is what it does when you do that. And another activity that you can do, please give me a moment. Okay. So another activity that you can do is Christmas story night. Christmas story night. So you choose a night where you may read maybe a book aloud. You all sit together, and at that time you're going to maybe have some storybooks, something that talks about the season, or a book on about a Christmas book. Okay, you sit together, and then one person reads aloud for all of them to listen. It's very, very, very interesting, and it's so fun. It's so fun. You can try this with your family, and you can also, when you set that during the Christmas story night, you can intentionally set up that space to include maybe some pillows, some every things that will make the children want to come and listen to the story. They will all be involved. Make it fun. Intentionally create a space where your children will be happy to be. So this is one thing that you can do. Okay. And then another thing you can do is family night, game night, family game night. So you have, where you choose a night where you all come together. You can play Ludo or Ware, Scrabble, puzzles. You can do craft work, anything at all that you think you can do. Just come together and do it. It's very, very necessary. Okay. You can do treasure hunt. You can do, the activities are a lot. You can do drawing, coloring, painting, all of that to make it just fun. These memories, your children will never forget them. Your children will never forget. There are some certain things that my dad used to do when we were young, and up to now, I still remember the things that he did. Like, I still have memories of those things. So these connections you are building with your kids this season, it will make them always look, they'll always be looking out for more, for more. So it's very important. We need to take note of that. Okay. And the next thing we can do is that we can do maybe an act of kindness jar. Excuse me. Sorry, I needed to get some water. So, as I was saying, we can do a Christmas act of kindness jar. Okay. So, in this jar, you get a jar, a plain jar, and then everyone will write uh something kind about each other, and then put in the jar. And then when you are done, you can get some snacks too whilst you are doing that activity. And then when you are done, you all, one person picks up one, and then they begin to read what someone said about each other, that kind thing that's maybe a sibling did, or that kind thing you did as a parent. You'll write it down, and then you pick it up, and then you read. It's fun. It's fun. It's fine. So I want you to do that activity too. You can add to your plannings one of the activities you can do in your home during the Christmas. And another thing is, you can do a memory making tradition where the best part of the day today. What is the best part of our day today? So every evening, everyone will share the best part of their day. Basically, that is what it's about. They will share the best part of their day. So you can have that. You put a time to it, a time that you'll be doing those activities. You put a time to it, and when it's time, you gather around. Make good use of alarms. So this season, I always say, use your alarms, because I know we forget most of the time. But if you have set an alarm, it will remind you, this we have to do at this time. Okay, you can use your Google Calendar too, or anything that you are familiar with, to help you, put to help you remember the things that you have planned to do during the season. It's very, very important. And you can do a Christmas baking or cooking competition, or cooking together as a family. You have your budget, for the kind of things you're going to do. You plan, okay, these are the ingredients we need to get. You help, like, go to the markets with your kids. Let them experience that. Before we go to the market, we don't just pick money and then leave to the market. No, we need to sit and plan, budget the things we are going to buy, and all of that, the prices we put to it. When we get there, like, let them experience that thing. Take them to the market. Let them see how you bargain with people, how you buy, how to even select the best products, how you select the best foodstuffs. Get them to experience that. It's very, very important. Okay. And another thing is, you can create a Christmas photo wall where you can take a picture. You can create these things in your home. So you can just decorate the wall, and then you can take pictures over there. Anyone that comes to the home will stand there and take pictures. These are things that helps build creativity in your kids. So, like, that is why I say, you need to always think, be a thinking parent all the time, and your house will never be boring. Think, okay, there are some things you buy, and after using, you see that you can reuse that particular thing. Don't throw them away. You can use them to do something, fun. So take note of these things. Take note of these things. I hope this session has been insightful. I don't know why today my voice, forgive me. Okay, so please, the things we've mentioned, quite a number of activities, about 7 different activities you can do. You can pick a few that you want. If you can do all, to please do all. Okay, and if you want the Christmas planner, you can send us a message, and then you get the planner. It will help you be more intentional with the holidays, so that okay, these are the things I have to do, and all of that. You have a planned Christmas. You don't just wake up and then you find yourself here and there. You don't know what to do. I hope this class has been insightful. So we are still taking registration for the Inner Tribe program. If you are interested, don't wait. We've extended the time for the deadline for a registration. If you are interested, you can send us a DM, and we will give you all the process that you need to take to do your registration. And you can also make payments in installments if you can't pay all at once. I believe the money that you have planned to spend during this Christmas, use that money to invest in yourself. Use that money to, make your parenting different. Don't parent the same way you were raised or the same way you raised your children this year. Next year, let it be different. Be more intentional next year. Make your home, be more intentional. And if you join this inner tribe, it will help you put structure to everything. It will help you. You not just wake up and be doing anything. You not just wake up and you'll be shouting at your kids. You will know the things every day. We are going to give you connection activities every day. You know what you have to work towards. You have a vision for your family. You plan for your family vision, your mission, your values, everything. We will give you a guide that will help you plan. And you not do things anyhow, like the way you are doing it. No, you will plan always ahead. You will always, know this today, this is what we are doing today. You sit with your kids, you do that activity with them for a few minutes, and then you are done. And that is how you build connections with your kids. If you don't connect with them, they won't even, without connection, there is no, they don't even respect you. And without consistency, they won't be respectful because they can't really trust you. Today you are doing this, tomorrow you are doing that. Okay. So let's all come together and learn. 1,500 for the whole year. Calculate it, how much you are paying every day, and the things you are going to also get in there. So I would urge every parent to get on so that we can all together learn. I believe you have gotten something valuable from this session, and see you next week for another insightful one. So enjoy an amazing day. And don't forget, you can still share this link with other parents so that they can also learn something from what we have shared. Enjoy an amazing, amazing day. Bye.